Andrea Clausen here with another HIIT workout. Today we're doing a 45-second on, 15-second off. We have 8 moves. We are going to get through them 3 times, and that is it. So nice and easy on the outside, but really we got some hard, juicy moves planned today. So I just recorded a video. I'm all warmed up. If you haven't warmed up, go ahead and do a little warm up yourself if you want one. Otherwise, if you don't, you want to just get started. No messing around today. Let's get to it. Then we're going to get there. So grab a set of dumbbells. You are going to need something that is probably lighter and maybe a little bit heavier, medium to heavy. All right, we're going to start grabbing those weights. We're going to do alternating lunges to a squat and then to a shoulder press. So grab those dumbbells. I'm going to start the timer. We got 45 seconds on. Reverse lunges when I say lunges. Ready? Let's hit it. Alternate reverse back, reverse back. We'll go ahead, bring those dumbbells to the ears, squat and shoulder press. Hands back down. Reverse lunge, hands up, squat it down and press. I guess I can face the camera, that'd be great. reverse lunge, bring it together and press. Acting like it's my first video, oh man. Not so much. And press. And if you ever want just demo videos, I have hundreds on my YouTube page. So if you're ever like, how do I do a certain move? I got plenty. 5 seconds. So I said it is not my first rodeo. Last one. And we'll get a 15-second break. Head to the floor though. We got push-a-gades. I combined them. Push-ups to a renegade row. Woo! So right side first. Right side only for our renegade rows. 1 dumbbell. Go ahead and give me a push-up from your toes to your knees. And then give me a renegade row to the side of the chest. All right, let's keep going. Push up. And then that renegade row to the side of the chest. Keep going. Trying to find the best spot to see me. I haven't been able to find that though. And row, keep it up. Man. It's gonna be one of those workouts. All right. We're in for a who knows what. Rows to those push-ups. And again, my knees are on the floor, not my mat. I tell you. I would say it's one of those days, but I think it's just because recording more than one video gets to your brain. 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got a burpee to a single arm snatch. Right side only, right side only. Trust me, we're gonna alternate the last set. The right side this set, second set's just left side. We're alternating the last set. Ready? Drop down, give me a burpee. Grab that weight with the right hand, snatch to the sky, weight goes back down. Burpee, you can always walk those feet back. All right, I'll show you the snatch from the front. So your burpee, snatch, wrist stays facing here, wrist opens up to the camera, back down. Snatch and up. When you do your snatch, make sure it's landing right beside your ear. So again, only the right side, because this whole first set, all of our single arm stuff is right side only. The second set is left side only, and I'm gonna have us alternate that third set. But for first, I want us just to hit that right side. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and rest. Single leg deadlift to a row, right side only. So right side has that dumbbell, and we're gonna do a deadlift with the row. Right foot stays down. It's gonna look like this. Left leg goes back. We'll row, we'll stand, and hit it. So deadlift, hit the deadlift, row, and stand. All right, continue here. If balance is really getting to be an issue, put that back toe on the floor, and you can just keep that back toe down. So that back leg can be floated if you want a little bit more of a challenge, but if it's too much of a challenge and you're not able to get any reps out, just keep that back toe on the floor the whole time. So I want the move to happen more so than the balance to happen. And having it all on one side really works those obliques. So try to keep that left hip down towards the mat. So I have my left hand on my left hip. So I can try to turn it, woo, to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and keep that dumbbell. We have dumbbell swings next. You're gonna hold your dumbbell end to end, swinging it between your legs and then up and overhead. But we got a little break, not for much longer though. In 5, in 3, in 2, and we're swing and then overhead. So when you come overhead, try to keep those ribs down And make sure you're not over thrusting your hips forward. So you're hitting like you do a plank. Don't tuck your bum under, but squeeze your glutes. So you can still squeeze your glutes without tucking your bum under. It's a lot to think about, but I want you to practice that to try to get that form nice and strong, and those shoulders and glutes and everything's working. We're looking good. We have about another 15 seconds to go. Exhale as you pull up. So if you're wondering when to breathe, exhale as the dumbbell comes forward. Last 5, and then you're down on the floor. 3, and down on the floor. Leg lowers to a tricep extension. So for this one dumbbell, and you're gonna lay down on your back. Your legs are gonna be straight. You're gonna go ahead and lower your legs to the floor, hold, skull crusher, and then bring those legs back to center. So go ahead, legs lower towards the floor, hold, skull crusher, back to center. So my legs are not going super low because that's as far as they can go without my lower back wanting to come up. So this is a hard move. So make sure you're really honoring that low back. So maybe your legs just stay here and you just do your skull crusher with your legs in the air. That's cool too. So you gotta find what works best for your body. And as you do the move, you might find a little bit more range of motion with those legs. So maybe that core starts to get a little bit more awakened, and you can go a little lower depending on how you're feeling, how you're doing. And rest. We're gonna go ahead and grab both weights again. Stand on up. We got our squat, bicep curl to a shoulder press. So wrist will face forward for this one. We're gonna go ahead and we'll all squat together. Wrist stay facing forward at your sides. Squat, curl, flip the wrist, and press. Flip and down. So it's a little bit of a finicky move because there's lots of little twists and turns. But I want you to do the twists and turns. That, as I find, little twists and turns help so people don't get tendonitis in that elbow. Because what I find is a lot of repetitive motion can sometimes get that elbow joint not happy with us. So that's why all these little twists and turns, they do make a difference. So trying to keep with it. If you're really struggling with those twists and turns, just do a hammer curl to a shoulder press. So if you're struggling with those twist turns, that's your alternative. And go ahead and rest down on the mat. We have a plank, just a strictly plank hold. So down on your toes, up on your knees, on your forearms or on your hands. I'm gonna do forearms, 45 seconds, holding tight here. And go ahead and find your plank variation. Shoulders pull down your back, holding here for 45. If you need to, drop to your knees. You should be able to just drop right down from your toes. So it shouldn't need to move around a lot, but you should be able to drop right down. Keep holding. I find for me, anytime I'm talking to the floor, it's hard I never know if I can project my voice out. So keep going here, holding. You are halfway with the time. This is one of my favorite moves. I always like to finish with planks. It's like kissing your workout goodbye. So this is our last move of the circuit. We're gonna go back for round 2 in about 8 seconds, squeezing those glutes. Shoulders pull down and back for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop into those knees, standing on up. We're back at the beginning. Grab both dumbbells in 10 seconds. We're back to the lunge, alternating sides, squat to the shoulder press in 5, in 3, in 2, and alternating reverse. Reverse, step together, squat, and press. So alternating with that reverse, reverse, and squat, and stand and press. Good, so round 2 of 3. Hopefully now the moves are a little bit more, okay, I got them. I know what to expect. I know where I can push myself. I know when I need to slow down and focus on my form. So usually round 2, things feel a little bit more, I won't say easeful, but a little bit. There's the less of what's coming next. More of like, oh yeah, that was next. It's more of that feeling. In 3, 2, and rest. Down to the floor, push up to the renegade rows. Left side, left side. So go ahead and find that push-up form from your toes to your knees. Renegade row on the left side only this time. In, 2, and 1. We got our push-up and then renegade rows. You can always renegade row from your knees and push up from your knees. I just happen to enjoy my renegade rows up on my toes, but my push-ups from my knees. So I have a little variation. Maybe you have a variation that you want to explore. So this is a nice, easy move. I'm laughing, it's not. It's hard. It's a hard move. We're trying to keep those hips level, and we're gonna just hit that left side this round. We got about 15 seconds doing what we can to stay strong. And we got about 5 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Standing up, yep. Burpees, 2 snatches. Here we go, left side only. We'll burpee down, left arm snatches. In 3, in 2, and hit it. So you can jump those feet back or step those feet back to that snatch. So your choice. Always listen to your body. And make sure, if you feel anything in that low back, please step, 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 step. And push through those heels when you stand. So wherever you're at, your heels should be flat on the floor before you stand up. So ideally you're landing with those heels on the floor from that burpee position. So your bum is back and it's like a squat. So we're finishing here for 10. Almost done, and then we're gonna stay on that left arm again. In 3, 2, and 1. We got our deadlift on the left side with the left arm row. So everything is on that left side. Once more, right foot can stay down on the floor if you're struggling with that balance. In 3, in 2, and hit it. Deadlift down, row to the side of the chest, standing on up. So we each have a side that we prefer. And after doing a few, you might have found your side. For me, my left side is my favorite side for this move. And I just have better, as I say so, of course, that's when I start to fall. That's what I get. That's what happens every time. But usually you have a side you prefer. And maybe you know why. If you were an athlete, maybe you had a dominant leg. Or if you're right-handed, typically that right leg is. In 5, 3, 2, and 1. Resting here. Grabbing water if you need really quick. Dumbbell swings are next. So a little bit of cardio is coming up next. And to end with that weight. In 3, in 2, and hips push back. Arms come up and overhead. So swinging down. And it's like about a fourth of a squat. So it's not a full squat, but it's not like you're not moving. You are taking a mini squat here. So squeezing those glutes, shoulders stay down and back, staying strong for another about 20 seconds. Exhaling as you come up. Working here for 15, then we're back on the floor for the leg lowers to the skull crusher. And we're just gonna round out that workout. Nice and strong. And rest. Back to the floor, leg lowers to the skull crusher. So keeping that one dumbbell, legs will be up to the sky. We're starting here. In 3, 2, and legs lift up, lower down, skull crusher, and then back to center. So finding your rhythm with this one. I like to exhale as I pull my skull crusher up. So finding what your preference is, and that low back is staying down. So right here, as we're rounding through that second set, you might start to feel it. And you're almost done though, because we only have one set after the next 2 moves. And that's it today. It's a nice short and sweet workout to get you on your way in 5 seconds. In 3, and rest. We got squat, curl, and press. We're gonna go ahead and grab both dumbbells. So we'll squat. This is our little flip into the press. In 3, 2, and hit it. Squat, curl, flip, and press. And then flipping it back around. So we got our squat press with those little flips. We have a plank after this, and then you're gonna be on your last set, which is gonna feel amazing. So usually that last one is the sweetness. That's your sweet set, because you know what to expect, and you know it's the last time you're gonna have to do certain moves that maybe you didn't enjoy. And then you're done today. And I also like these shorter workouts sometimes, just because sometimes this gets you in the door, and you might wanna try another shorter workout. So maybe you wanna go back to back and rest with another 20, 25-minute workout. Awesome, try that. Maybe you wanna do some yoga. And we're holding a plank in 3, I gotta start my timer again, in 2, and hitting that plank, holding here 45 seconds, shoulders pull down and back. From your knees or your toes, squeezing your glutes, holding here. Keep it going. We are at 30 seconds to go. Now for this one, as you're holding, maybe you want to close the eyes, maybe you want to slowly shift your weight from forward to back, kind of like you're a saw, so you're just kind of sawing back and forth. Maybe you want to gently take your hips from left to right, and I say gently, so not a big hip dip. Don't want to hurt your back. Just gently, or maybe you just squeeze and hold because you're almost there for 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 1. Dropping to those knees, standing on up. In 10 seconds, we're on our last set. Alternating reverse lunge squats to the shoulder press in 5 seconds, so grabbing both dumbbells. You can do this. And hit it. Reverse, reverse, squat, and press. We can do this. We have 8 minutes to go. And not all 8 minutes are work. That's the nice part too. We just have 45-second work to each move. So we have that 15-second rest in there. So it's just that time in the workout where we really focus on that form. How are my squats? How are my lunges? Is my knee staying aligned with my toes? Are my shoulders staying down? When I do my shoulder press, 5 seconds, and 2, and rest, down to the floor. Push-ups to the renegade rows. This time we're alternating sides. So we're gonna do our push-up, and then we're gonna alternate renegade rows. So left, right for those renegade rows. Push up, then left and right with the rows. Go ahead. Push up, and then left and right. So if this is one that you can't do because your dumbbells are not shaped very evenly, so you can't do this without rolling all over the floor, I'll let you know when you're halfway. Just stay with that left arm or that right arm, and you'll switch in 3, 2, and 1. Switch arms if you haven't been pulling left and right, or keep going if you have. Try to keep those hips level. I'm telling myself as much as I'm telling all of you. Last, I should have put my clock in a different spot. 5, I'm looking over my shoulder. 3, 2, and done. Standing on up, keeping one dumbbell. Burpee, we're gonna alternate snatches though. So we'll burpee right hand, next time burpee, grab it with your left. So we'll alternate left and right, and hit it. Burpee, grab it with that right, stand on up, and snatch. Burpee, grab with the left this time, and snatch. So the snatch doesn't change. It stays by the ear, but you're gonna alternate which hand is picking it up. And making sure that plank, you're still keeping those hips nice and level, so we're not dropping in those hips. So working hard here, we're about halfway. Finishing it out strong. We got those deadlifts to the rows next. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. Taking it in your right hand. We got right leg first. Single leg deadlift to row, right side. We'll switch when we're halfway. Stay it strong for 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, and hit it. Row, hold it, or I should say deadlift, then row. Stay in here, keeping that hip even. So keep trying to keep that hip down towards the floor. We're staying strong. We're not quite halfway, so you're still on that right side. You can always keep that toe down. Last one on this side. Switch now, left side, left hand. Deadlift, left side, left hand. Once more, that balance is a struggle. Please keep that back toe down. I want us focusing on the move more than that balance. That knee should not be locked out. Woo! It should be nice, a little knee bend. Your muscles are working. You got 3 seconds. And rest. Dumbbell swings are next. Taking your weight end to end. In 10, we got our swings. And then we just got 3 moves after this. In 5, in 3, 2, and hit it. So swings through. And I'm hoping my son stays out of my office. He was upstairs entertaining himself, and I just heard him coming downstairs. So I'm hoping we finish this workout uninterrupted. So when I say 3 moves, I'm thinking, oh please child, he's 4. Stay out of my office just a little longer. We're finishing strong here. We got 15 seconds to go. Making sure that you're not taking those hips underneath, but you're hitting that plank height. We got 5 seconds, and then we're on the floor for leg lowers to skull crushers. And rest, down to the floor, leg lowers to that skull crusher. 1 weight down there. Taking those legs up to the sky. In 5. And go ahead and lower those legs down, low back stays put. With that skull crusher, finding your core here. So as the workout's gone on, maybe those legs aren't going quite as low. We might have a different height, and that's okay. Just trying to stay strong, working that core, hips trying to stay down, making sure you're breathing. Finishing out the last little bit. We have 10 seconds to go of this move, and then we'll stand on up for the next one. Last 5. And standing on up, grabbing both weights. Squat, curl, and press is up next. And I would suggest, if you haven't already, to try last week's workout, which is also timed. And hit it, because I can tell you, I've just recorded these workouts now back to back. I recorded last week's first, and then this one now. And it's nice. I feel really good. My legs feel like they really got a great workout. So if you're wanting a little more, maybe check out last week's workout. It was also a 45-second, 15-second workout with a finisher though. So that might give you a little extra if you're feeling energized and you want to go a little more. If not, just do this one and you're done. As always, we won't do a ton of stretching because I know for me, I always usually cut out of stretching from my online classes and I just do it on my own, whatever stretches I feel called to do. So that's what I encourage you to do. And rest, down to the floor for a plank. Last 45. So after this, we'll be done after this plank. So know that this is your last 45 seconds. Hitting the floor in 3, in 2, and finding your plank. Forearms, hands, knees, toes. Squeeze those glutes, holding here. Looking down at the floor, you should be looking straight in front of your hands. So that neck should stay in line with that spine. Squeeze those glutes. We are finishing strong. See, now my heat comes on. Oh. Start the workout funny, end it funny, I tell ya. Here we go for 15 seconds. If you need to drop to your knees, you should just drop right down to those knees. Holding here, you're kissing the workout goodbye for 10. You can do this for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop down to those knees, push those heels back, just stretch out into a child's pose really quick. Maybe come up to a few cat-cows, let that back hang out. Woo! And we are done. Thank you all so much. Let's close our practice today. Taking those palms up above her, bringing them down to that third eye, trusting your intuition, bringing your hands to your lips, speaking your truth, bringing your hands to heart center, knowing yourself. Thank you all so much, and I'll be back again next week.